what do you value in another person? And she said, I've never had a man take the time to ask me that. It was a really good move, I think. She was taken aback because usually it's just like, what kind of party do you like, yo? And so I think that you did a great job. So in a little bit here, we're going to say, because how many dating folk do we have here today?
We have 4 amazing women, all really great candidates for Al. So I'm very excited with who we got to come out today.
Okay, that's awesome. And when you pick people, how do you do that? How do you gather up people that come to these events? Like,
well, for this particular event, I tapped into my database of,
I love that you have a database.
I do have a database of singles to kind of get an idea of what Al was looking for. So I sent, targeted emails to the women I thought could be a good match potentially.
Okay.
But for my other events, we just post them and it's really word of mouth, and I've done a lot of appearances. I did the Howard Stern show back in the day, which I might be going back on at some point, which will be cool.
Now, do you get sad when someone leaves your database or do you feel good for them?
No, I'm really happy for them.
Yeah, because sometimes you probably reach out and they say, Amber, I'm in a solid relationship now. I don't need you anymore.
You're not at a loss of
no, you know
people,
what?
are you?
It's singles events are recession proof. I mean, they really are. So, I'm not worried about it. I'm happy for them, and then they refer their friends. So,
if people want to come out to your events, what's the best way to reach out to you?
They can go onto my website, singleandthecity.com. We have a ton of events coming up. We're always adding new events. And I wanted to offer all your listeners today 50% off any of our upcoming events with when they use code 93.7.
93.7.
So that will be good through the weekend. So, register before Sunday.
And there's a speed dating coming up. I see May 29th here. So 25 to 39. The youngins get in on that. And looks like we got a nice little 48 to 58 speed dating.
I love the fact,
June 26th. I love that you're covering all the demographics.
I really enjoy that you do that because I think this town, especially when you talk about downtown now, it has a lot of stuff really has shifted to youth because youth is really driving the city. But for somebody who's out there who's single, it can be really intimidating to try to get back out there. If you are, say you're a divorcee or you're new to town and you're out of a relationship and you are 35 plus or 40 plus. And I like that you cover that as well because we have listeners who are going to be single and a little bit wiser. Mm-hmm. And it's nice that they have a place to go that's also feels safe and that it doesn't feel uncomfortable. You're out at a bar where everyone's 25 years old and you're there and you're 45 and you're like, whoa, this feels awkward. Yeah.
We also have a boys' night gay speed dating event coming up in June, and we're doing something that I think is really cool. It's a summer Scream Halloween silent disco party in the summer. So everyone's going to wear costumes and stuff.
And Big Al, if this particular dating doesn't work out with you today, I don't know if you heard, but Amber does have hung night. And I think you would probably be a very good candidate for that.
I also have size matters night, so women that want to date tall men, because you're 6'6", right?
Yeah.
So you would be perfect for that. That's where I met my husband. He's 6'7". And you know what else I have? Tough love. So if someone doesn't pick you as a date, they have to tell you why. So that's really great for people that never get matches to understand what they're doing, because sometimes it's a simple little adjustment that needs to be made.
That's really, really good.
I should do that.
Yeah, that's
brutal. Bring the notes in.
We don't even have to mention your giant bat to these ladies today. That can just be a secret. That can be a surprise for them to discover later,
that's a pleasant
surprise. Beard, shut it. So let's do this.
All right.
Let's load up. And Amber, I'm going to send you down the hall. We're going to grab the ladies. We'll bring them up into the kitchen. And then one at a time, we'll bring them in here and we can start talking to you. Does it sound good, Al?
Sounds good to me.
You ready? Okay.
All right.
We may have to drop a song or two, but we'll go.
We used to have a Three's Company night in New York that we would do.
Oh, where a couple was searching for a third?
Yes, exactly. And we also have an upgrade night. So if you're wanting to test the dating waters.
Oh, God.
Oh,
the name of that is so brutal.
I like that a lot.
I know
like
you
that
do.
A lot.
I know Toxic Tuesday Chewy loves upgrade night. Oh, that's dangerous.
Man.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do, Amber. If you don't mind, do you have an order worked out already with these young ladies?
I do.
Okay.
I have an order.
So, and we're going to be kind of on the time since it's not an official event. And so what we're going to do is, Al, are you feeling good? You feeling ready? Okay, let's
turn that microphone.
Let's put that
Bob,
microphone somewhere near you so we can hear you. There you go.
Sorry.
No, you don't apologize.
Oh, boy, he's dead.
Sorry, guys.
It's already going.
Fell off the stand.
No, you just narrowly missed it.
It won't tighten.
And then remember, make eye contact and be an active listener. Look engaged. You want to smile
Yeah, that's true.
and don't feel pressure. Just be yourself.
Just don't touch that.
Just
mic.
pull 4 out and put 5 in.
That's true. You could do this,
this
but we don't want
works.
to block the camera as well.
Yeah, no, pull 4 out and then put 5 in.
All right,
There you go.
let's see. Yep.
There you go. We're good.
This thing
Here
is.
we are.
We're good and
now.
golden.
Here we are now.
Yeah, and let's turn 4 off so that we don't get a double on that. And then we're golden. Can you turn
we
off
are.
4, please?
Yes.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. All right, Amber, we got that all fixed. And I'm glad that happened before we lost the
closer to the
microphone.
Scoot closer that way for the camera.
Yes,
Yeah, right there.
All right,
Sorry.
we're getting you on camera.
Hey.
It's okay. I want you to take a breath because there's a lot of things going on at once, and we want you to be in your good spot to meet these ladies.
I want to make sure there's room for
Amber, who's the first lady we're going to bring in?
The first lovely lady we're bringing in is Angie.
Okay.
She's from Chicago. She's
Whoa.
a sales support specialist who, by the way, is required to wear workout clothes to work. She now lives in Cedar Park near Lakeline. Her celeb crush is Jason Statham. Her favorite restaurant, Perla's. Favorite movie, Good Will Hunting. And her favorite band, she asked if Taylor Swift counts.
Yes.
And her ideal first date is a legitimate connection, good conversation, and great chemistry. She likes new restaurants, spending time with her dogs, working out, camping, snowboarding, and anything by the water. This is Angie.
Hi, Angie.
Angie, welcome to the show.
Yeah,
Well,
I know
thank you.
this is intimidating because now you have a bunch of people staring at you
I
as you're
do.
dating. But
A
just
lot.
remember, remember, Al is
Nice to meet
Al is
you.
like a snake. He's just as nervous. He's just as afraid of you as you are afraid of him. So
I am kind of scary sometimes.
You know, it's all going to be good. Well, here's the deal. We're going to get out of the way, and I'm sorry that we're staring at you, but it's part of the business here.
Absolutely.
And we're going to get out of the way, and you guys start your date, and when we ring this bell over here, we'll be done.
Alrighty.
So how are you today?
Doing all right. I'm doing fine.
Good. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I've been fairly prepared. Have you seen my profile already?
I have not. No, we didn't get your profile. So this
Oh.
is the first time I'm meeting you.
Oh,
Did you see mine?
I don't think I did either.
It's a blind date, baby.
Yeah.
It is. Yes. So where are you from originally?
I was born in Mississippi, but I've been all around. I think the 2 places I've been the most are California and Texas, but I've also been to Colorado. I lived in Colorado. I lived in Korea and Germany.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
How long did you live there?
It was for a bit, like a few years in each of them. My dad used to be in the military. That's why we moved around a lot.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Have you been around to a lot of different places?
Well, you know what? I'm originally from Chicago,
Yeah.
and I did travel a lot with my family growing up. My mom was a teacher, and my dad had a consulting business, so we took long summer trips around the United States, more road trips, because my grandparents lived in Idaho. They were potato farmers, and so we'd go to different places and visit them, and then go to different states on the way there or back.
Very nice.
And one cool place that I did go when I moved to Texas, I had a friend that got married in India. And so we ended up going to India, and that was just a really neat experience.
Yeah.
What's the most amazing place you visited?
I think, I said it before, I lived in South Korea. To be
Right.
specific, I wasn't in North Korea. Yeah. And Germany, I think it was Stuttgart specifically where we lived around.
Oh.
I got to see around both like the base that we were at and the local area as well.
Interesting.
And I think I've also like visited relatives in Okinawa.
Good for you.
Yeah, and I think that's all the international places I've been to. I've also like visited, like you, I visited a bunch of different states along like road trips, and I think I've been to Las Vegas and Florida a few times.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Are you close with your family?
Yeah, I've been. I was gonna say it. I've been. I've been living with them for a bit, but I've also been. I'm looking now with like moving forward with my like career. I've been like doing more media stuff, and I'm looking. We might be moving soon, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm just looking in general to be more, autonomous and like have my own place and stuff like that.
Well, good for you. No,
Well,
that's
thank you.
great.
How's your work experience, and how's you with your family?
Well, I am very close with my family,
Yeah.
and I am a sales support specialist for a startup here in Austin, which is amazing. Great people, amazing company. And I have 3 dogs, which I'm very passionate about.
very
Do you
nice.
like dogs?
Yeah, I like dogs.
30
I
seconds.
used to work with them before for a little bit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And I also have a bunch of cats at home.
Very
so
cool.
So I do like seeing animals all around. They're all very nice. I like to go to the zoo on like vacation days sometimes too.
Fun.
Yeah.
I've never been to the Austin Zoo. I should check
yeah.
it out.
You should. It would be very nice.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to talk to you.
You as well. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Well,
There you
thank
go.
you.
Nice.
There we are.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, do we comment in between? I
Yeah, I
feel
think
like
we
I think we
it was a
can now.
little National Geographic for me.
There was a lot of discussion
a
about
lot of
where we've
discussion
been
about
there.
travel and stuff, and but that's okay. But I would say take the lead a little more, maybe on the next one. I
Hey.
felt like she took the
yeah.
lead.
Did you get thrown? Did you get thrown on the question about if you're close to your family?
I think I did come across. I was a little bit nervous on how to phrase it. I
You
don't
could
know.
say yes. I'm close to my family.
Okay, yeah.
I'm super close.
Yeah.
I'm super
Uh-oh.
close to my family.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you
It's
can
okay
just
to
say,
tell a
hey,
little
yeah,
fib
I'm-
here and there
yeah.
too. You know,
It's not
Yeah.
a fib at all.
Well, no, I'm
Yeah.
just saying if you want to, I'm just saying. I would like to see you take the lead on the next one. I think she was. I felt like she was interviewing you, and there's
Well,
nothing
she's
wrong
also-
with
she's
that.
a really
very,
good personality,
she's a very,
too.
I can
Yeah.
see why she's
Yeah.
in marketing
yeah.
and stuff like that. But I think on this one, let's go for you firing the first question
All
off.
right.
That's just my as a
As a spectator,
as a
Yeah.
spectator and as a man who's of certain
a man whore? Is that what you're
Yeah,
looking for?
yeah.
As a guy who went out with a lot of ladies and is a bit of a Lothario, he's saying, hey, show some of
they like it when you take the steering wheel.
But show some of that Big Al charm that you got.
Yeah.
That we
And you
know
know
you
what?
got.
Genuine compliments go a long way
Yes,
too. So
that's always
if
lead
you
with a
like her
compliment.
hair or her outfit, you
Yeah.
can give a compliment too.
All right. So
Very
let's go
good.
ahead.
She's charming, by the way.
So
Yeah, who do we have next?
Welcome to Austin.
it is a gorgeous woman coming in here.
Yeah.
who,
I was gonna
who
pass you a
cuddles
note.
for a
I was
living,
gonna pass you
and
a
you
note.
zero question that. Zero question the cuddle therapy.
I didn't want to get into that the first thing. I don't know.
Well, guess
it's
what?
for me to find
we
out.
wanted to get into that right away.
Oh my goodness.
I was gonna pass him a note.
Stomp on his foot or something.
Something. Poke at him, hit him with a pencil lead, get him
God.
somehow. Hey,
Who do we have
my
next,
God.
Amber?
Charming.
Next, we have
Hey.
Catherine.
I'm wondering. Oh yeah, no, we can fit in one more, and then we'll probably have to wait on our fourth date. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, let's do that.
And
Sorry.
next, we have Catherine. She's 31, a writer artist from Dallas, Texas originally. She now lives in Brentwood. She likes any good sushi place for dinner, Maddie's for brunch. Her favorite movie is Mamma Mia, the second one. Her favorite band is ABBA. And her ideal first date is a class activity or a casual dinner. She loves yoga, teaches art and sushi making, and loves trivia. She occasionally runs 5Ks and is also a dog person, and is going to be volunteering at Austin Humane Society starting this summer. It's another animal lover for you. This is Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello there.
That's go ahead. Start it up there, Al. Let's not get in your way.
All right. Hi, Catherine. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right? No?
Where are you from?
I'm from Mississippi originally, but I've
Okay.
moved around a lot. I've mostly been, I think the two places I've most been are California and Texas, although my dad used to be in the military, so we moved around a lot. I was in Colorado, and I even went overseas. I went to Germany, Stuttgart, Germany, and South Korea, Seoul, South Korea.
Okay, that's awesome. Do you
Yeah.
speak Korean or German?
Not very well. I think I maybe picked up on like one or two things, but
Nice. The important stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And how long have you lived in Austin?
I live in Austin. Well, does that count like this time or the times before?
I guess this time.
All right, I think about like 4 or 5 years.
Okay. Cool. I've been here for 2 years, and I went to UT. Did you go?
Very nice.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to ACC.
Okay.
before.
Nice. So Austin.
Yeah.
Cool. So, what are you looking for in a
What am I looking
relationship?
for?
Yeah.
Someone who's nice and caring and understands me, and we can get along very well.
Okay. And what do
Yeah.
you like to do?
What I like to do, that depends. Like a whole bunch of different stuff. I like to. I heard you were artist writer. I do some of that too, and I do also like. I've been doing like audio work here, and I do audio video work both for both in college and on my own time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And I heard something about dogs and cats.
Oh
You
yeah,
like
dogs
pets?
and cats. I have a bunch of cats at home, and I've also volunteered with the Austin Animal Shelter before.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. My sister got her dog there. So,
Oh, very nice.
yeah, it's a great place.
Yeah. Most of our cats we actually found in the backyard, but they've been a help to us as well.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. I do love cats too, but I'm kind of allergic, so
Oh.
I tend to like
Be
lean
careful.
towards dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
We agree with that allergy.
Yeah.
I agree with the allergy.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the
Oh.
worst thing.
Yeah, no worries. So, I guess also what do you do and what do you value in a relationship?
So what I do, I work remotely for a tech company, and I'm a writer for them for their AI. And I do some like freelance art, and then in a relationship, I'm just looking for someone that's like down to do anything, someone
yeah.
who likes traveling, someone
do
who's
like all that.
open-minded,
Yeah, of course.
and like fun and social, and
Yeah.
and just like fits in well with like my friends and my family, because I'm always like hanging out with them, and I wouldn't want to stop
Yeah, no worries.
that. So yeah.
I have a pretty good relationship with my friends and family also.
Where's your family now?
My family, well, my mom is still here, and my dad works on a cruise ship.
That's
Yeah.
so fun. Wow. I've never been on a cruise.
Yeah.
Have you gotten to go on like a free cruise?
No, not
of
yet.
this?
Because
Okay.
he usually comes visiting us than over us going to visit him. But
Okay.
it's
30
still very
seconds.
nice.
30
Yeah.
seconds. What do we want to
Yeah.
talk about before time's up?
Okay, so how do you get into the animal shelter? How do you get into writing also?
Oh, so writing, I just like naturally got a lot of experience
Yeah.
in it. Like I just tend to lean towards things like that. And I studied foreign language
Oh yeah.
and lived abroad too. And so I always just liked that. And then what was the other one about getting into the working at the shelter?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm in Junior League of Austin, and I
yeah.
recommend it for all women. It's a great way to like get involved and volunteer, and so that's how I found that position.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Jeez. We got to do something about that bell.
That's a very noisy.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Captain. We appreciate
Of
it.
course, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Let's see here. We've got to do. Wait, we got to make some money real quick.
Oh yeah.
We got to take a break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna take a break. We'll give Al a breather to catch
Yeah.
his breath, and then we'll have one final date, and we'll have some wrap up on that.
All
Hey,
right.
Bob. Mornings with Matt and Bob, powered by Chewy. It's the big date day for Big Al, our intern, who's been wonderful to us this semester. Now, Big Al, how are
Good
you
egg.
overall? Before we bring in our last guest, how are you feeling?
Yeah.
Right now, this got to be a little nerve wracking, huh? Hang on, we don't have your mic on. Here we go.
I've not been like sweaty, but I do worry if I come across a bit tense. I don't know, but people can't.
Well, you've
see
never
it.
done this
Yeah.
before, so
Yeah.
we're giving you a pass on that.
Yo,
Yeah.
absolutely. Did you? I think you're doing great. You even said to us,
Yeah.
"Hey, you can be a little nervous when you're meeting somebody for the
Yeah.
first time." Social situations, you've said before, that's not you wouldn't put that at your number one strongest suit, right?
Yeah.
But you've really opened yourself up. You put yourself out
Yeah.
there. I'm super proud of you. I think you're doing great.
I would think if I had to give you notes at this point, I would say let's get to someone who's dated a few women or whatever. I would say get to more meaningful stuff quicker because you only do have 3
Well,
minutes. Like things like hobbies,
yeah.
things like interests,
Here's where I want to piggyback.
Not so much about necessarily. You'll get to the places that you've lived before, but we got to find the soul of the person quicker, and they want to see your soul.
I'm going to give you a hint on how to do that. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Because what I'm hearing, and I'm in full agreement with Bob.
These are
here.
notes. These are not criticisms.
Not criticisms. Great way to put it, Bob. So when you ask a question, and a young lady answers and says, "I write for AI." Did you have any interest in what that meant?
Oh yeah, I didn't ask about that.
But here's the thing: in dates, and I'm not giving this note just to you; it's to everybody out there who might be. It's a thing that Bob and I learned from a long time ago when you're doing interviews. The most interesting stuff will come from a follow-up question always, right? So the problem is that when we're nervous, we're only listening to get to the next question, right? So when we're listening, we're just ending that way when they stop talking, we ask our next question. But don't do that. Just listen to the answer and then say, "Tell me more about that thing in your answer." And you'll watch the conversation open up really wide. It'll bloom. It'll
like
blossom.
a beautiful flower.
Yeah,
you know
because
what I'm saying?
and it'll always be in there, and it's a little bit of a hint that you get from the interview world. Just when you get a question, there's an answer coming. Listen really intently to that answer, and don't just be worried for them to. Well, as soon as they stop talking, I'll ask, well, now where are you from? And then where have you been? You know what I'm saying? When they give you an answer and they say, well, I was in Stuttgart or I was in Berlin, go, oh, what was that like?
Oh, yeah.
What was your? And then when somebody said, well, I got in too much trouble, I'm not going back there, go, oh, I want to hear what kind of trouble did you get in? You know, and then that conversation will really blossom from there. So maybe in this one, if you see something or you hear something that sounds interesting, say, hey, tell me more about that, okay? We'll just try that as a hack. It could sometimes help. Okay. All right. So, Al, otherwise, I think you're doing great. Put those headphones back on. We've got one more date to go through,
he didn't
okay?
need headphones. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You don't need the headphones for the date.
Who do we got next?
Okay, next, our final candidate today is Caitlin. She's 28, from Elgin, Texas originally. She now lives in Bastrop. Her celeb crush is Matt Smith. Her favorite restaurant is Kyoto. Favorite movie, Across the Universe. Favorite band, The Beatles.
Yeah.
She works in hospital admissions. Her ideal first date is an escape room.
Oh, yeah.
And she listens to her dad's band play in her free time.
Move aside, Al. I got this one.
Hang on now.
Bob's trying to move in and
This
steal
is
here.
Caitlin.
Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, Caitlin. How are you? This is Al. The apologies we've given everybody came. I'm sorry. There's a lot of people staring at you, which it makes it doubly or triply nerve-wracking. But we're going to try to be as quiet as possible and get out of your way. Thanks for taking the time with us.
Thank you.
And now we are. The only thing is you'll get pretty uncomfortably close to the microphone that's in front of you, and that way our audience can hear you. And that's it. We're going to get out of the way, and I'm going to hit start on the stopwatch. Let's get speed date number 4 underway. Beep, 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 beep.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, do you have any pre-planned questions?
A little bit, but I'm trying to be loose with it, I suppose. I don't know. So, like, how you been today?
I have been
So far.
fantastic.
Yeah.
We woke up in a rush a little bit, so I'm constantly in a rush today.
Oh, yeah? No worries.
Mentally, which is honestly a good thing in this scenario because I have a lot of things going on and I can say a lot of things.
No worries.
How have you been today?
No worries, really. I've just been working here, and then now I'm doing the speed dating. So,
Which is a very stressful situation.
no worries. I don't think
No, it's not. Not for you.
it is a little bit, but to be honest, but like I'm trying not to like
Think
seem
about
like
it too
overly
much.
worried. I don't know.
Hey, you're doing a great job.
thank you.
Honestly, I've been listening, and you've
Oh,
been doing a
thank you.
fantastic job.
Thank you very much.
So, a couple of the questions that nobody has asked.
Hmm?
What is your favorite food?
Favorite food. Well, it depends. Like, there's meal and then there's snack.
Oh.
So like,
Okay, if you're gonna be full,
yeah.
where are you going, or what food are you going to eat that you feel completely full, mentally and physically?
Yeah, I like a nice chicken sandwich.
Oh, okay. Is there a specific place?
It depends. I usually have liked Popeyes and but a lot of people make some
Okay.
pretty good chicken sandwiches. Yeah.
Honestly, that's probably one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
But I make my own.
Nice. Oh,
make
very
my own.
nice.
I do a lot of cooking. Do you do any
Oh.
cooking?
I have from time to time.
Okay. What
Yeah.
type of cooking do you like to do?
Yeah, I've experimented. I've experimented with like making burgers at home and like, making
Really?
pasta and this and that.
Okay. What's your favorite thing to cook?
I think my favorite thing to cook, I said, like, just pasta is usually pretty good.
Okay.
I also do good with making mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. Okay.
Yeah.
What is your secret recipe in the mashed potatoes that makes it different from anybody else?
Anybody else? I guess just got to be very careful and make it nice and fluffy and like
Okay.
get the water ratio right.
Okay. So you only put water, or do you put cream in there?
There's water, there's butter, there's a bit of salt. You know, it's nothing too fancy, I don't think.
Okay. So I really like cooking, and I would say
Yeah.
in my mashed potatoes, I put cream,
Oh yeah.
obviously making it really
Yeah.
like ground up, but cream, or Monterey Jack cheese, cream cheese, sour cream,
Oh wow.
and tons of seasoning.
Yeah.
I'm a cook, so I really
no
love
worries.
I love to cook. Do you have any questions for me?
Give me your questions. Like, what do you value? I think you may have heard me ask this before, but what do you value in a relationship?
Ooh,
Pretty much.
humor.
Yeah. Very
I
nice.
love a good sense of humor, and that to me entails like a good heart.
Oh,
Because if you're able to like be laid back and have a good sense of humor about certain situations, then you're able to deal with certain things in a certain light. And then also honesty, obviously.
Yeah.
Communication is very important. I'm
30
bluntly
seconds.
aware of things, and I make sure that everybody else is as well.
Yeah.
What else do you have for me?
There's 30 seconds left. Basically, like, what do you like to do, like, outside of the house, I guess?
Listen to music. I have my dad. He's a musician, and I like
I
to
heard.
go listen to him.
Very nice.
Playing bass drop. He plays.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dang it.
That's the end of our date. That's the end of our date.
By the way, that food talk, that's
Are you
that's
okay?
me on a date, but
That's
I'm both
you-
people.
You're both
Just talking about
You
mashed
started
potatoes.
sweating, man. You're
I
talking
was
about
like,
mashed
damn.
potatoes with Monterey Jack.
Yeah.
Put your
I
Monterey
kinda
cheesy
want
mashed
cheese.
potatoes.
That sounded good.
Come on, man.
Even the water one.
Did
was
Amber
sounded
not
good.
tell you to bring these mashed potatoes in for us?
Not for
Okay.
testing.
'Cause,
no.
yeah, you're
But
gonna have
honestly,
to-
that probably would have given me enough for sure.
Yeah, well,
That
we're going to
would've
tell you to bring
given
them
me
back
enough.
here at some point. All right, now, Caitlin, we're going to abscond with you. We're going to send you out of the room
We're going
here.
to talk to Al a little bit. Oh,
And,
look at that hug. That's so nice.
Very nice right there.
That is nice.
Oh my God, I can breathe out now. This has been the
I,
most nerve-wracking 40
I've
minutes
never
of
been
the
more
show.
terrified
Oh, wow.
in my life.
Well, we're highly invested.
I'd
we
rather be
care
in an
about you.
IRS audit right now.
I think so.
I-
I think so.
That's intense, man. You did good though. You did good.
This is your first time speed dating?
Yes.
You did very well then.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and Al hasn't even done a ton of just dating in general over the years, have
Yeah,
you?
just like a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you did great.
And I think
You really did.
our candidates, as we call them, I think they give you a good
Yeah.
representation that, you know what, they're people too. They're just people
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I think we have a tendency as men, and I tell my own, I have 3 boys. They're 3 young men now. And I tell them all the time, you know, women, we have to make sure they're special, but they're people too. They
Yeah.
have the same fears and the same emotions.
They just
that,
make
that
better
you
mashed
have.
potatoes.
And it's
Yeah.
it's very easy to be intimidated when you're in the presence of them. But I think they appreciate it when you just treat them like people and not put them on a
Yeah, Amber,
so
you,
much
you
on a
did a
pedestal.
great job of getting us some very,
Very
kind,
nice.
nice, gentle.
That's what I was trying to
Absolutely.
say.
Which
in
I
a
really
few
appreciate
words.
too,
They were
because
all
sometimes too, you know, you get on a date and somebody sometimes you can tell right away when somebody is in a relationship because they can be a little cruel or short or whatever. But all 4 ladies were easy on the eyes and very kind, and I thought that was. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
We are probably more nervous for you than you're nervous for yourself right
Yeah,
now.
I mean, I'm not. I feel like my back is tense slightly, but I don't know.
Well,
That's
then
all right.
you need to go for the massage cuddle therapist.
So let's talk. I do want to remind everybody, Single in the City, singleinthecity.com. Amber puts on lots of events. If you would think you'd be interested, and it's kind of nice that you could hear an example of how this goes, that you're just having these short dates, you're kind of getting to know a lot of people, and you can make a lot of good connections. And I think this is really cool because we didn't even ask for it. Also, Amber's probably just a smart business person who said, hey, if you're listening today, if you go to Single in the City and Single and the City, not Single in the City, singleandthecity.com. If you want to sign up for one of the speed dating events, upcoming speed dating events or upcoming silent disco events, these are great events where you can meet other singles in the city, and you can get a huge discount today. You just have to use the discount code 93.7 or 93.7. Which makes sense. That's our station. And you can get that discount. We'll tell you about it again in a little bit. But we're going to come back. We'll talk to Al a little bit more. Maybe talk to some of these ladies.
And find out who he picked as his match.
Yeah.
So nerve-wracking.
Yeah, we got Mo's show to go.
Lots more show. Remember, Sawyer's still hanging with us, Dr. Hot Dog. A gift has shown up for Dr. Hot Dog on our doorstep. We'll present him with that in just a second. I hear a lot of excited talk in the hallway.
A lot of giggling.
Raving.
Now, Big Al, did anybody stand out in particular to you? Just a yes or a no. We don't need a name right here.
Yes.
Yes? Yes? Okay, yes. Okay.
I think the yeah was too quick. I don't know.
What?
I think the first yeah was too quick.
Okay. Bob, do you have anybody you think he should pick?
Well, I like that Caitlin went in for a hug at the end.
That's the thing.
That showed that told me something. That number one, she's a nice person, and number two, maybe there was some interest on her end. And the fact that she loves the Beatles. I mean, come on.
That
Who
got
doesn't-
you right away.
I want to know what her favorite song is.
Well,
I would have asked that if I was in the driver's seat.
I did like Caitlin. I like that she kept kind of needling you for some questions too, because she was like, "Do you have anything for me?" Like she was helping to lead you a little bit, which I thought was kind and gentle as well. But it's not our decision to make because it's not. This is not a decision that we have to live with. We're not the someone who's going to ask anybody about dating.
Yeah, I think the last two. I'm it's a toss up because like you weren't looking. They both had their own way of like kind of like looking like. Oh, I'm a little bit interested, and
Okay, and what was that? What did you think? Were you picking up on body language?
yeah, like I was like looking at her face, and like she
Well,
was
that's
like,
always
Really
good.
glad
That's
you said
always
face.
good. Yes.
Really
Yeah.
glad you
Always,
said face,
telltale
'cause
sign.
it was a real-
the eyes are up here.
Could have been an uncomfortable moment
They
right
say
there.
the face is the
I was-
window
and
to
she
the soul.
was. It was.
I had my hand on the dump right there, man. I was, like,
ready to
I was like,
save him from a cancellation right there.
oh,
no.
man, Big Al.
Come on now.
Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. Now I forgot where we
I know.
were. All right. So you
okay.
were looking at the face, and what were you picking up from facial expressions or something?
Kinda
Or?
like she was like, I don't know if this is like too much of a read, but like slightly flirtatious, I guess.
Flirtatious is great.
No, well,
that's
like
probably a number one sign if you're on a speed date.
Yeah.
I bet
We
that's
all like
probably a
that.
great feeling, huh?
Now
Yeah.
with Caitlin, I saw a prolonged handshake.
Yeah.
And was that by you or
Oh, it was
her?
by both of us, I guess.
It was a mutual.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna let go, Al. Let go.
Now, these
wow.
two ladies, you felt like there was a little flirt. Did you feel an attraction to those two ladies? Either of those ladies?
Both of them.
Both of them?
all
Here's
of
the
them are
shame
very
about
lovely
this is
women.
that we're going to try to limit you to one.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I know.
Are you able to do that?
Yeah, I gotta think for a second.
That's
All right,
fine.
well, take your
That's fine.
time.
You think for a second. Chewy, Bob.
Yep.
Are you guys any less nervous than you were 10 minutes ago?
I've stopped
I don't know
sweating
why
as
I'm
much.
terrified.
I think we're terrified because we're rooting for Big Al.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we wanted him to be his best. Mm-hmm. And so it's hard to listen in on someone that you care about. It's the same thing as like watching your kid do
At a
track,
talent show or
at a
something,
track
or a
meet or on a
sporting,
balance
yeah.
beam at a gymnastics or
Right.
something.
Right.
You're rooting for somebody. You want them to do their best, and you can't get in there and do it for them. It wouldn't make sense.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah.
Oliver.
Is Oliver making the? What are
Yeah.
you? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Are you
Are
trying to
you-
riz the ladies? Because why
What
is
the
it so
hell,
loud?
man?
Are you trying to riz up the entire hallway, Oliver? Save some of this for Al, okay?
My goodness.
I was wondering why. I didn't even.
You know how he is.
Oh my.
You know Oliver's
He's
all
trying
up
to
in
bird
there.
dog
Yeah,
your-
he's trying to
your-
bird
your
dog and get in there.
candidates here.
Yeah, he thinks all of them are prize albums, and he's going to just steal them from out of here.
Oh my god.
That thief.
So here's the thing. What you can do is you can make a call, and then we can kind of try to like exchange numbers or something. Do you think that would be better and easier for you? Or do you want all four ladies to come in here and you make a pick in front of them? That seems...
Yeah, I don't want to make them feel bad.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I know about you is I know that you don't like to let anybody down. And I don't want to put you in that position, okay?
All right.
So do you want to like give us a name and then maybe Amber can give you a phone number and you can try to arrange something later?
But I feel like we should do a lineup because you might at the last minute,
Bob,
change your mind.
Can they all even fit in here? This is a bit cramped.
Oh,
okay,
we're
don't
fine.
use that term.
We're fine.
Don't use that terminology. Don't go because they
leave
all
that
fit
about
in
us.
here.
Not about
Should
them,
we line up?
about this place.
We could interview the ladies ourselves and then decide for him as well.
I don't want you to be, I don't want you to miss maybe a last minute decision because you forgot. It's not fair to the first one. The person has to go first because that seems like a distant memory to you now. You see what I'm saying?
I see.
But then he might be, I don't want to tell you how to do it, but
I
I'd
think he
line
has his
him up.
mind made up.
I'd line him up.
I'm trying. Because it's.
that's just me.
That's just him.
That's just me. I've only dated a billionaire.
That's it.
Oh.
So
Oh wow.
yeah. I mean, that's just me. You can take my advice, or you can.
I mean, from I'm thinking. Look, I'm leaning towards Caitlin. She seemed the most like interested. Maybe could be more than just a date. After that, she was fun. She seemed, understanding.
Go see her
of some of
dad's
the things
band
you
play.
were-
I thought you connected with Evie too on the whole animal thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and Amber's kind of an expert here. Maybe we should.
Yeah.
Well, Amber, do you have any guidance for us right now and how we should end
You know
this
what?
and wrap
Love
this
is
up?
a numbers game. So I would say, whoever you're interested, let's say it,
Oh, maybe
and
we
then we can get you some multiple numbers. And
Maybe you can go multiple
right?
dates.
Oh.
Why not? Right? Why limit yourself if you had connection with more than one person?
All right, and then the station has to pay for several restaurants.
Yeah.
You don't know much about
know
radio,
what?
my friend.
We'll hit the Golden Corral and just have two different tables.
We can figure that one
All right,
out.
Al, it's time. It's decision time, Al. Because we've got a doomed show to sell. But it's decision time.
Make a choice.
Do you want to?
You want to do it? You want to do like a runner up and then a?
Well, no. I wouldn't. We want to just say, hey, you would like to? Do you want to go on dates with multiple
You'd like
of
to
these
get
ladies?
to know these women better. Whoever
Yeah.
you're interested in.
Who do you think you would like to go on a date
Which
with?
two women?
Caitlin and Catherine, I think.
Caitlin and Catherine? Okay.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Caitlin and Catherine, are those our final two competitors?
Yeah.
That was the.
Yeah.
And that's
okay.
good because they're not friends. I think Caitlin and Evie were friends, so good choice. Good
Okay.
call on
Smart.
that. You don't want to date friends.
Caitlin and Catherine. Okay. So
Oh,
what
very
we can
lovely.
do then is now do we Amber do we talk to them and see if they're
Yeah,
available
why don't
or
we see how they thought it went and if they'd be interested.
Okay,
in
is it
going.
okay if we bring them in here?
On
Or-
anybody? We don't want to put pressure.
Is that what we
on
want to do?
anybody.
Okay.
All right. Are they? I'll let them see if they're okay with like me going on the multiple dates too.
Oh, okay. You want to?
Oh,
Yes,
well,
I
see,
see.
always-
You're a gentleman, and you're saying, "Hey, I don't want anybody to think." I think probably in the dating world, everybody's going to be okay with that.
Yeah.
But we'll call them in here, and we'll have a quick conversation with them. Is that okay?
That seems
And then we're going to have to abscond. I keep saying abscond, and that's not the word I'm looking for. Then we're going to have to do away with you because we got to bring
Yeah,
Sawyer
we'll have
back
to
in here.
dismiss you.
Maybe we
Wow.
say, are they
Yeah.
comfortable exchanging?